Okay. This should be my final update for the MSI Pickems. If you've seen my last video, I'll probably hide it, and then this will be the main one. So I'll give a quick rundown as I look through more stats and everything, and look through other analysts and the patch notes. I forgot about the patch notes being some changes. So team-wise, same idea. I'm expecting T1 to clear. KC will be my second pick, although I believe you could go with any of the other teams. T1 is still obviously the favorite in the play-ins pool, but anything else could happen. Um, KC, I think, is the strongest though. And then DCG, I think it's an upset, but I think overall it's not considered upset that they'll beat DL. But you could go either way there, and same with the KC, DCG. They could go either way there. All right, so let's go to my crystal ball. Crystal ball, crystal ball, crystal ball. This is the crystal ball, right? So big picks. Okay, let's go through it. So I took a look at stats and everything, and what champion you play most? I'm gonna go Scion. Let me see if I can stats quickly show you stats here. So what did I do? I went for champions. I did that. I did the specific patch and I said top regions, okay? So then I did refresh. And then I did things like this, right? And so it's a little more than I looked last time, but that's okay. It's the same amount. So that's why I look at all the champions that are picked the most: Scion, Recon, Rise, Rumble. Sci's banned at least. That's why I'm going with Scion. Also, I think the bad teams are more likely to play Scion as well. I think he's good for both sides of the coin. Highest win rate. So what I did for win rate, obviously, I looked at win rate. Tried to find a champion that's played a lot. Rise is up there, but I don't think he'll get 100%. So if you have a safe pick, Rise will definitely be there. Ward, I think, is really good too, but I'm worried some bad team might play him. So Shed is my go-to pick because I don't think a bad team will necessarily really play Shed. That's my hope. Uh, and then G2 when they played Shen looks really good, so I'm gonna go with Shen here. Which champion will have the lowest win rate? I'm a Jin hater, as a lot of people are. So if we go down here, you gotta pick someone that'll be picked 5 times. So Anivia does pass, but I don't know if it'll be played enough. So that's the slight worry. Jin definitely clears. Next could be like Annie, right? So I want something that's decently picked and everything. Um, Rail is an interesting one too. You could do Seraphine, you could do Nico, but it's hard for me to believe that those champs will get a single win, right? So I'm going Jin. I'm a Jin hater. What champion will have the most kills? So usually an 80 carry would be the safe pick here, right? Senna is being nerfed, so don't worry about that. I don't think these champions really played enough to clear. You want kills, right? Is there a way for me to look up kills? Because I remember. It's fine. So I'm going Rise. The issue here is that it could be assists, and maybe it won't clear. Uh, Kha'Zix isn't picked enough. Rakan is a support, so it won't be kills for Rakan. Wukong could be surprising. Yunara definitely would be a good pick if it's picked enough. But it's a most kills. So you want a high pick champion, right? So Rise is extremely high pick. Then you go down. Oh, Nefiri is pretty high picked, actually. I didn't think Nefiri was that high picked. Okay. So Nefiri could be good. Zaya is definitely good too, right? So that's kind of where we're at. I also think I just went from pick, and then I went KDA also. So Rise definitely clears here. Ezreal is okay, but his KDA is pretty low. Zaya is definitely really good. So just because it's played the most, I'm going with Rise basically. Which pro will have the highest KDA? Pays is kind of a KDA player. Yeah, I mean, he does have a lot. He has the most pentakills out of any player in the world. So, Pays, I think, is good there. What, I mean, you could have an argument. I think originally I did Busio here. I wonder if I changed back to Busio. Yeah, because if I go with players, right? It's a little tricky here because of I can't do my patch is the problem. So, hmm, it's just for plans, right? So I could take a risk here and do Busio as I originally planned, right? So I do LEC, alright, LEC, do KDA, right? It's based on what pro will have the highest KDA. Squeon is not an option. Busio is up here, 3.9. If I think they'll dummy the bad teams, then yeah, it would be Busio. But I think it's safe to just go Pays here. The other option is LCK. Where's LCK? This one. There you go down here. I'm looking for Pays. Pays is at 8-4, so more likely Pays. Although the argument is they're gonna face KTC twice, and then KC is gonna face whatever that other team is, NTL. So you could have an argument here for something slightly better. Yeah, that is. So Pays or Busio are probably the picks here. If I want to be wacky, I go Busio. If I want to try to cheese it, but I think Pays is a safe bet. What pro will earn the highest? So this one I just looked up who had the previous highest. I think it was Worlds. Let me try to see. Understand 2026. I think still Viper. I think he also did at Worlds, so I'm going Viper. BLG games can get long, so I think it checks out. Originally, I said Hand Sama because I think G2 will have a long Sivir game, but still, even with G2 at Worlds last year, it was still Viper, so we're going Viper. Which pro will get the most first bloods? I think because T1 is in the first the play-ins that'll help owner here. Which pro will finish with the highest damage? Viper, I looked up the players, so Viper clears here as well. For MSI plans, which team will win the shortest game duration? I'm gonna guess T1, but you could guess any team that you think will be the second team. It's possible for them to have a stomp in the lower bracket for one of the other teams. Which team will have the most Elder Dragons? Originally, I said something like G2, but I think due to T1 having more games played because they have plans as well, that'll help them here. What team will have the least kills? So I'm gonna guess Secret Whales because it's a single game. I looked this up for I think it was Worlds and CFO was the lowest, so same region. I'm gonna go with them. You could guess a play-in team, but I don't want to take that risk. So that's them. What team will play the most unique champions? I'm gonna guess that play-ins helps T1 again, so I'm relying heavily that T1 clears play-ins. Otherwise, BLG is a good guess here. Is HLE is okay. You could also guess a team that's going into the lower bracket and then makes it to the final. So, yeah, I think T1 though. It's good. Will be highest number of kills. I think I looked up like last MSI and last Worlds and last first stand. I think it was first stand, and that's what they had for first stand. So I'm guessing it'll be similar to that. This I looked at the last MSI because it's the same length, right? So yeah, I think it was actually a little lower, but I'm gonna guess it's a little higher this time. Um, but we'll see. We'll see who'll be picked. I'm gonna say no, but I don't believe in the scouts code, unfortunately. And then what champion will be picked? Will be banned the most? I'm gonna go Bard here. I looked at the stats for that one, right? And originally I did say Varus, but Varus is getting heavily nerfed, and so I don't know if the nerfs are enough, but I do think they're enough that teams won't ban Varus until it becomes a problem if it is. So next up is Bard, and I think Bard is in a fine place for that. You could do one of the other ones. Here, Cassiopeia, Nocturne Karma, Oriana, but Bard is here, so I'll go with Bard. Okay. And all it takes for Bard is, Carrier has a crazy game, or Busio has a crazy game, and then it'll be banned for like the rest of the event, right? Okay. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, let's go and raid someone. No viewers. Oh, I have two. Alright, let's go raid.